Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Protect Sports back with another video for y'all. Day hard, my eyes killing me 2 seconds. All right, cool. What's going on, shop man? We're back with another video. Hope we had a blessed Thursday night. I don't do these late nighters, but we back with a late nighter, man. So let's get right into it. Before I get into it, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, a wonderful night. I know we're having a blessed one. All glory to God. Let's get right into it. We got 3 special guests tonight. I'm gonna start with Joe, Benpaio, and then CG. I can introduce yourselves and tell the Protect family you can find you guys at on your social medias and things of that nature.
All right, yeah, my name's Joe. I have a channel called The Cardinal Rule, and as you can guess by the name, I focus on the Arizona Cardinals content. That's the best place to find me. Go look for The Cardinal Rule on YouTube, and there's links to my social media there. My Twitter and Instagram. I use Twitter more than anything else. But yeah, check out my channel. Even if you're not necessarily a Cardinals fan, hopefully, I think you'll enjoy my content. I try to, I put a lot of work into trying to make sure that when you watch one of my videos, it's worth your time.
So before Payo introduces himself, me being a Washington fan, I actually do enjoy his content. So hey, if you're a Washington football team fan, if you're a Philadelphia Pigeons fan, so I'm coming to all off. Look, if you're a Dallas Cowgirl fan or whatever, go stop by Joe's channel. Man. I appreciate you stopping by. In events, thank you. Go ahead, Payo.
Yeah, no. Of the Cardinal Rule and CG Ruthless Sports and in Protect Sports. So I'm honored to be here late night. Let's talk up. I'm stoked. I'm a YouTuber, but I love talking football with anyone. And my channel is very much just what's going on in the season. And I like to say I'm having more fun than anybody on YouTube.
Shout out to you, and go ahead, big dog CG. You're the biggest dog in the house tonight, so go ahead, big dog.
What's up? Yeah, you guys can find me under CG Ruthless Sports. Yep, I am a proud representative of the NFC West Roundtable. If you guys tune in every Tuesday, it's either on the AZ Sports Fans channel, Ram Showcase, or my channel in general. I do 49ers content. I do all 32 teams on a different basis. I'm mixing it up with wrestling content. If you guys love pro wrestling, go check out my content. I just recently interviewed Buff Bagwell. So, I'm just simple to find on Twitter. Instagram, you can find me under there, like CG Ruthless. That's all it is.
I appreciate that. Shout out to all y'all. Hey, go subscribe to these 3 wonderful gentlemen. I thank them for stopping by on the late nights to chill with your boy Protect, man. It's gonna be a fun one. So let's get started. Joe, I'm sorry, we gotta kick this out real quick, man. So let's kick this out. What in the heck? What in the hell? Screw this. What the hell happened to the damn Cardinals Monday Night Football? What happened?
Since you've opened
a game on Monday?
Why did this happen?
There wasn't much of a game on Monday. Well, since you've opened the gate to shall we say language, they got their asses kicked. But it was ugly. It was the Cardinals have only had one game, in my opinion, where they played worse, and it was against Carolina with a backup quarterback.
Oh yeah,
right. And so with Kyler Murray starting, this was our worst game. But why that happened, what went wrong? Here's what I think it was. One, the play calling, there were a lot of things that just were, I think, really questionable. The Cardinals have been efficient when they try to sustain a drive, and they've actually been good running the ball. They just don't run it enough. They try to go for too many trick plays and deep passes and deep shots, and those work sometimes. But they needed to sustain a drive, and they have James Conner, who's second in the NFL in rushing touchdowns. They needed to sustain a drive, get in the red zone, put up some points, and keep pace with the Rams. But instead, they kept going for these shots and having to punt, getting turnovers, getting themselves in bad situations. And then the offense playing so poorly in terms of not driving the ball down the field, set up the defense in really bad situations where defense didn't play great, but the offense didn't help them out. And then when you look at the defense, the Cardinals' run defense has been bad all year. Well, the Rams were able to run on the Cardinals whenever they wanted to. The Cardinals' pass defense is a thing that's actually been good this year, but cornerback depth has been decimated by injuries. We're starting guys at cornerback that should be on practice squads. So what ended up happening is the offense couldn't cut it. They They put the defense in bad situations, and the Rams exploited all of that. And we have what we saw on the Monday night game.
So I'll give you my quick analysis on it. I don't know if you could totally agree with me, but offensively, you guys were missing 10. You guys were missing 10 so bad. You guys were missing Nuke in the worst.
We've been
way.
missing him for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the one of the games where they have a premier corner that can take your other options away. Like Jalen Ramsey could take away Christian Kirk very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Take away AJ Green, even though AJ Green is 85 years old, but get my point here.
Yeah,
he can take away these other guys very easily. He can't take away Nuke as easily as he takes these other guys away. And I think, Kyler like part. I mean, every time Kyle was in the pocket and he actually had some time, and these dudes weren't getting open, he's like, "Where's 10 at, man?
Yeah.
I want to throw it to 10. Where's Nuke Hopkins? I need 10. I can just throw up the Nuke and Nuke just go get it. Like, but he's not there. And I think he was hesitant to make some throws that he wanted to make. He's like, I can't make this throw with AJ. He's not gonna make this catch.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna throw this to Rondell. Boy, he ain't gonna make this catch. Like Chris Kirk gonna make this catch. All you guy can make this catch is Nuke. And where's Nuke?
Yeah,
I think that really frustrated Kyler. I think the lack of a run game, I completely agree. Yeah. I don't know why you guys didn't run the football more. I understand before you knew it was 14-0. I understand that, but the game is still so early. The run game should not have been taken away from y'all back easily. Mm-hmm. And also, Cliff Kingsbury did not call a good game. The game plan wasn't a good game plan. I don't know what the heck he was thinking, but he definitely was not thinking when he made this game plan. Yeah. And finally, the secondary was exposed because I will give you guys credit. I did take Cooper Kupp away. I did do that. But it's like, okay, well, I'll take Cooper Kupp away. I should throw to Odell. Odell. And I'll run it with Sonny Michel and Cam Akers, and we'll just have a good time. And you guys just couldn't stop the run, which hurt a ton because it opened up play action. Yeah. And then once play actions open up, the whole playbook is open. Pandora's box is open, and then everything just went left. So,
you're right about like this offense is different without DeAndre Hopkins. They don't have a true number one receiver without him. Christian Kirk is a good slot receiver. Christian Kirk's a good slot receiver. AJ Green is capable as a number 2 at this point in his career, but neither of those guys are number 1. So like, earlier in the season, they can get away with the types of plays they were trying to draw up because they got, DeAndre Hopkins to kind of bail them out. But, they needed to play a different kind of game to win against the Rams. I think if they played the right game, they had a chance. But the right game against the Rams wasn't taking shots, right? It was sustaining drives and running the ball more. And like you said, the play calling just didn't do that.
Play calling was awful. I'm sorry. Play calling was absolutely awful. Cliff was not thinking when he made that game plan. There's no way he thought in his right mind this is going to work on Monday Night Football versus Aaron Donald and a defense that can get through that offensive line and run it over like it's nothing. I don't know what he was thinking, but he was not thinking. So I'm going to ask Payo because the winners do go to spoilers. What were your thoughts on this? I'm not going to say obliteration because it wasn't really, honestly. This blowout on Monday Night Football.
I want to give full credit here. First person to message me out of all my friends to say congrats on the win was Joseph. He messaged me on Twitter, and I'm not one. I know some people love to do the trash talking and stuff like that. I'm super stoked that the Rams won and they showed up and they played really well. It's I would actually say if the Cardinals are looking for something to blame or something in this game, like I definitely think a lot of it goes on Cliff Kingsbury for sure, but I actually think that Kyler Murray as the quarterback does need to take some blame in this. It's not all him, absolutely. Yeah. But the reality is that the Rams pass rush was able to get to Murray. We were able to put pressure on him, and then with Cliff, sure, he's the play caller and it's his job to kind of scheme out of that. But at some point, hopefully your quarterback and hopefully this is something Kyler learns from. And I bet you this is a game he'll have to rewatch at some point and he won't want to do it. But, it's one of those things that you hopefully your young quarterback learns from. And I think it's frustrating for a lot of Cardinals fans, and Joe, correct me if I'm wrong, that when you see Kyler Murray at this point in his career and you see all the potential in him, and you wish that he was maybe better at reading that coverage or seeing that blitz coming or calling the check or the audible. But anyway, I loved the game. Obviously, I did a watch party for it, and the Rams fans were having a blast. We're excited, and again, I always say, I'm very thankful. My team has expectations. They're a blessing, because for many years I was on that team that you're like, oh, I hope we can somehow magically pull out this win against a team that's way better than us, or even a team that's like mediocre. And then it's cool to have a team where you go into a game expecting to win. And I think that's one thing that's really fun about being a Rams fan, a Cardinals fan, or a Niners fan, is you have competitive teams that you really feel can beat anyone, right? There's no one in the NFL that you go into a game and you think, okay, if we play to our potential, we have the potential to win this game, and that's pretty cool.
Gotta do a vertical challenge, but I think he could be solid. I think Tyler could turn to a top 10 quarterback one day. He just had to work on reading coverages and things of that nature. Cardinals' O-line was definitely lackluster at best. Cliff cannot call a game, save his job. Obviously, cannot catch a cold. Overall coverage is bad. I definitely can agree with all of those points made. Yeah, CG, you can give your quick analysis on this Rams-Cardinals game. Yeah.
All right. The way I looked at that game was, Cardinals were playing cold, and I've said it in the roundtable that this was the kind of game that I expected Arizona to crumble, because this game alone was based by Cliff Kingsbury's play calling. And yeah, you could put a little blame on Kyler Murray. The defense they were getting beat. I mean, the Rams, they were pissed off. They lost to us. So of course you're going to take the frustration to the next person. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like when you get that defeat, you want to take it to the next person. And that's what the Rams did. The Rams just took that frustration, they took that anger and took it onto the Cardinals, who were just falling apart. They were just falling before our eyes. And the one thing that was it wasn't surprising, I just seen it coming from a distance. So I kind of just told AZ I told AZ about it. I said, dude, you guys are just going to fall apart. I just know it. Yeah, and Hopkins is a difference maker, no doubt. But before that, even when they were playing that, like the Green Bay, they should have won. But they lost to a couple of teams that they should have won. The Detroit Lions, that got me questioning, a little bit about the Cardinals. But when I looked at the way they played, I knew from right there this season was a wrap for them.
Yeah, that Lions game probably made me more mad at those Cardinals than any other game. I bet money on those freaking Cardinals. I'm not mad at you, Joe. I'm mad at them.
No, yeah, I get it.
All frustration goes to them. I lost money back to them fools.
Hey, Jared Goff, he knows how to play the Cardinals.
It went number $10, but whatever. I don't care. We'll never talk for another day. But yeah, let's just get to the next topic here. We're gonna get to the winners get the spoils. So, all right. So these two gentlemen have teams that play a divisional weekend. The Niners get to play the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field with the bad man Aaron Rodgers, and the Rams get to play the GOAT in Tom Brady. So I'm going to start with CG on this one. What are your chances of winning Sunday with the Jimmy Garoppolo injuries going on, and we don't know what's up with Fred Warner and things of that nature? What are your chances of going to Lambeau and getting a victory Sunday?
I'm hearing good updates about Bosa and Fred Warner. They've been practicing this week, so they're looking pretty good. Our chances of beating the Green Bay Packers, man, it's just that running game. You got to expose that run defense, man. You can run through that defense like a Swiss cheese, dude. There's just been a lot of their glare weakness. I feel like Aaron Rodgers, bro. Everybody overhypes this guy as the bad man, bro. Look at his playoff record. Playoff record kind of doesn't scare me. Like, the more I feel like we play the Packers when we play at our best and we're the hot team, look at their track record when Aaron Rodgers plays a hot team. He crumbles. I mean, remember the 2011 Giants? They were like that red hot team, and they came into Lambeau and knocked them off the divisional round. It kind of brings me a little bit of that team right there. The Niners have a solid defensive line. Their defensive line depth is pretty raw. We got like 48 sacks this season, which is impressive, which is 6th best in the league, I believe. We got some solid depth. Even if Bosa doesn't play, I like the depth piece we got. Like the guy we had against the Cowboys, Charles Amuhu, he stood out, bro. He made some spectacular plays. Jordan Willis in the rotation, bro, that dude is a beast. He's fast. Arden Key, bro, we've been using this guy. He's been utilized at a high level. I feel like our linebacking core is pretty raw too. Even if Warner didn't play, bro, I like this Alshire kid, bro. This dude he's physical on the line of scrimmage, bro. He's solid in coverage, bro. Dre Greenlaw is healthy, bro. I like the way we're playing. I like our chances against Green Bay. You just have to bully them. That's it. You got to be physical. You got to stop Aaron Rodgers. You got to pressure him. And stop the running game will be the main factor. If you can stop Green Bay's running game, you're going to force Aaron Rodgers to throw more, which he does great at. But if you pressure him, you look at the percentage difference. It's a lopsided percentage for Aaron Rodgers. As soon as you pressure this guy, he looks mediocre out there. So the way I see it is we definitely just got to maintain the time of possession and get to Rodgers. That's it.
Okay. All right. Okay. I like what I hear there. Joe, what do you think the Niners need to do Sunday to get the upset over Green Bay? Even though I don't think you would want them to win, but this is a quick question.
I mean, I don't know that we are their divisional rivals, but at the same time, there's something to be said for wanting our division to be good because,
Agreed.
the Cardinals were, I think, 4-2 in the division. So this year. So if our teams do well in the playoffs, it helps add legitimacy to that 4-2. But so I think I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. I think he is. Although Tom Brady is the GOAT based on his whole resume, I think Aaron Rodgers is, to me, one of the most talented quarterbacks in terms of what he can do with the ball, the ability to make throws, every throw, and even has surprising mobility
and all that. Yeah.
So I listen, as a player, I'm a huge fan of what Aaron Rodgers brings. So I think the 49ers, when you look at Jimmy G, he's a guy who is kind of like, he can have good games, but he's not the same level of quarterback in terms of talent. But with the right system and the right game plan, if things go right, he can do what he needs to do, but he's not going to win the game for you like, the quarterback on the other side of the field. So I think what the 49ers need is they need a solid defensive performance. They need a solid all-around offensive performance using what Kyle Shanahan does so well, which is his scheming up the run game, right? They are so good at that. So if they have an all-around game, which they are capable of doing, right, where Jimmy G doesn't have to carry the team, right? If they can have that all-around game and they have the horses to do it, they can win this game. I do think Green Bay has the better chance. I'm a big believer in Aaron Rodgers, but San Francisco absolutely is capable of going in there and winning if they put together an all-around game plan.
I can't disagree with any of those things. I completely agree with both of you guys. I think San Francisco does have a chance to win this game. If I were a betting man, I would bet the Packers. I will be honest with that, just because of the other discrepancy of quarterback play. I think that Jimmy Garoppolo is an average starter in the league, and I think Aaron Rodgers is starting in the league. That's what he is. He's an elite quarterback. But Rodgers can be had. We've seen Rodgers have bad performances against these same 49ers in certain situations. The NFC Championship game a couple years back. Got the doors blown off. They went to San Fran and got whooped. It was absolutely pathetic. They got destroyed. It could definitely happen. I'm not saying San Fran can go in there and blow these boys' doors off. It could definitely happen. But I think Rodgers is on a revenge tour. He's tired of losing NFC Championship games. I think he's tired of losing the playoffs. He's sick and tired of it. So y'all going to see a very pissed off Aaron Rodgers Sunday. I don't think y'all want to see a mad Aaron Rodgers. He's different when he's mad now. When he just Aaron just chilling, you might catch him slipping. He mad? He angry about something? He different. Scary. So, yeah, I think the Niners definitely have a chance, though. Do not get it twisted. I mean, they can go in there and run the football, like CG said, play ball control, keep Aaron Rodgers off the field, and win this game. But I'll be very mindful I don't think they have an answer for Devontae Adams. That's why I can't pick them. That's why I can't pick them. They don't have an answer for Tay Adams. You stopped Amari Cooper last week. Amari Cooper is no Tay Adams. I don't care what nobody says. Amari Cooper is overrated. Me being an NFC East fan, he is overrated. Okay, CeeDee Lamb overrated. All of them overrated. Gallup, all them Cowboy receivers are overrated. Okay, Tay Adams is different. He's the best receiver in football. Don't ask for that man. I'm sorry. So I would pick the Packers if I'm a betting man, but the 49ers could definitely go in there and win the game.
I mean, cornerback.
Rodgers is a bad history of the 49ers anyway. So
I was just say cornerback is one of the areas, and I think CJ would attest to this. It is one of the areas where the 49ers, have struggled at points, right? It's not their strongest spot in the roster. So Adams could take advantage of that. But if the pass rush gets home, then that's the way to offset that the limitations at cornerback.
That's the key. They have to get home to Rodgers. If they don't get home to Rodgers, it could be a long day. Go ahead, Payo.
The best way to beat the Packers is to keep Rodgers off the field, which the 49ers do.
That's true.
Right? And
absolutely true.
If you look at it, like Kittle seems to have been. I've heard people say that Kittle's been quiet. Where I just think Kittle hasn't had to be overutilized, like because he's one of the best blocking tight ends on top of being a pass catcher. Yeah. So I could see this being a like very much a Kittle game, because right now Deebo Samuel is getting most of the attention and hype from mainstream media and things like that. And he's always going to be a factor. Like Deebo is one of the best. But I really think this could be a George Kittle game where he kind of is really involved, keeping sustaining drives. And I think this game is going to be close. I really think it's going to come down to a one score, and I think the Niners will kind of dictate whether they have the ball last and Jimmy G needs to go down the field, or if Rodgers gets to march down the field.
I completely agree with that. So that is our analysis on the Niners game. We're going to start with the Rams game, and we're going to start with the Rams fan.
Yeah.
Pay your time.
Dude, I'm pumped for this game.
Let's go. What are your thoughts, sir? What are your thoughts, sir?
Yeah, man. So we've beaten Brady and the Bucs the past 2 times we played them. We have a pass rush that can get after them, because we only have to rush 4, which is a beautiful thing against Tom Brady. And we can collapse his pocket. They on top of playing against them at full strength earlier in the season and beating them. They actually have an injured right tackle right now.
Tristan Wirfs is hurt. I don't.
Yeah, so there's a chance that he's not playing, and I think that definitely helps the Rams a lot. And then on offense, I really think this is kind of a pick your poison sort of thing. Is it going to be Cam Akers and Sony Michel, dominating? Is it going to be Cooper Kupp? Drinking up all his touchdowns that he does.
Yeah,
and
that's a Cooper Kupp, man. We like it.
Mm-hmm. And even like OBJ has been looking great. And, as long as I'm fed up with these arm punts to OBJ that Stafford has been throwing. Just I never want to see a deep ball to OBJ like the rest of this season. Because every time he's done it, it's been an interception. It's just been an arm punt, and it's been so frustrating. And so as long as we throw to OBJ not deep, it's a fantastic thing to do. He's been playing lights out.
He not D-Jack. Like you can throw those to D-Jack.
Well, we can go deep to Van Jefferson or to Kupp. That's cool. Just don't throw deep to OBJ, because for whatever reason, him and Stafford just aren't on the same page.
I mean, they got one long ball for a touchdown early in the season, right? In the Packers game, right?
No, not with OBJ. No, Van Jefferson has had it. Yeah,
I'm bugging.
Yeah, Van is more of our deep threat than OBJ, even though we've tried.
I know Van isn't more, but I could have sworn Odell caught a bomb this year. I could have sworn Odell.
He's had some long passes, but not against the Packers.
I could have sworn. I probably am bugging. You're
anyway. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of this team and this game, and I like part of the excitement for Rams fans is very much it was January 30th, 2021. We're 10 days from the 1-year anniversary of the Matt Stafford Jared Goff trade, and this is why we made the trade, right? This is the time to put up or shut up, right? Jared Goff got us to this round last year on a broken, busted thumb. Right? Yeah. On my channel, I do a watch party. Whenever Cooper Kupp scores a touchdown, I eat a Reese's Pieces Buttercup.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And right now I have a half-pound cup for the playoffs. And every time he scores a touchdown, I take a bite out of it. Anyway, that's just something fun I do. But no, I really think we match up well with this Bucs team. But it's a week-to-week league, right? What happened earlier in the season doesn't really matter now that we're in the playoffs. The Bucs are a very different team. The Rams are a very different team since that game. But I do like the Rams' chances in this game. But again, it's Brady in the playoffs, and that's a beast. That's a beast.
Hey, I just want to jump in and help give you guys an assist here. OBJ had a 54-yard long reception, but he was with the Browns. He was with the Browns when he did that. That's why Payo doesn't remember it. It wasn't for his team.
Hold up.
I just looked up the game logs. It was when he was still with the Browns against Green Bay, November 28th. 54.
The Browns then? I could have sworn you are.
See, so here's the deal. You're both right. Okay.
I could have sworn he did that.
I don't really care.
I've got the game log in front of me, so yeah.
Thanks, Joseph. But yeah,
you got it.
The deep ball with OBJ on the Rams, for whatever reason, Stafford and him are not on the same page, and
his long with the Rams is 26 yards against Chicago. That's his longest completion with the Rams.
I want to double check this. No, he was a Ram. He was a Ram. I'm checking on Pro Football Reference. He was a Ram. He was a Ram.
I got it in front of me, dude.
Week 12, right? Week 12, right? 5 for 81.
But it says
he's definitely a Ram. I swear he is.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He joined the Rams in week 10.
Oh, well, you know what? No, you're right. I got it backwards. Because the line here says previously Cleveland acquired with the Rams, but I was looking at it in reverse. No, you're actually right. So sorry, Zach, you're wrong.
That's cool.
So it's garbage time once. That's why you don't remember. It was down like
pass,
17 or something.
The reality is we've seen like 4 of these deep bombs get picked off, right? And that's what haunts me at night. So yeah, thanks for making me relive.
Hey, I had to relive the Monday night game, so if you got to relive a few arm punts,
you'll be okay.
Hey, but if it wasn't for OBJ going on the deep pass, we wouldn't gotten to the playoffs. So I gotta thank you for that one.
Isn't he your favorite Ram, DJ? Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna give you my quick announcement. This is gonna be quick. I know what's the saying. Don't bet against Tom Brady in the playoff. The Bucs are getting their doors blown off this Sunday. I said it. They're getting whooped.
Okay.
Doors blown off this Sunday.
Are you taking action on that?
I'm not betting no money on that. But look, darn it, I ain't that daggone confident. I'm that close to being that confident, though. I think without Chris Godwin, without AB, without Tristan Wirfs, that's a lot. And they had not played a corner this good in Jalen Ramsey probably all season long. He's going to take Mike Evans away. Who are you throwing the ball to? Gronk? OJ Howard? Who are you? Tyler Johnson? Who are you throwing the ball to? And then the Rams can stop the run. He said, all right, there's no limit for that. I'm going to just stop them. I'm going to stop Keyshawn Vaughn and whoever, Giovanni Bernard. We stop Giovanni Bernard. And look, bro, Brady beat me. I'm gonna send forward and put 7 in coverage. I'm gonna put Jalen Ramsey on Mike Evans. Beat me. Tom will be sitting there for 3 seconds. Ain't nobody open. He gonna get sacked 20 times. Not 20 times. Give him a point. He'll get sacked like 3 or 4 times. He can like, once you hit Brady, you know what time it is. I'll get the ball out. Pick. Give me those. Oh, get it out. Like we know so with Brady when he gets pressure on, he gets hit a couple times. When Aaron Donald puts his knee in that man's chest cavity a couple times, he's going to panic, and it's going to be a wrap. I'm going to say Rams by 14. They're going to win this game.
Okay. All right.
They're going to win this game.
Hey, preach it, Protect. Preach it, Tony. Yeah. I'd be okay with it.
Go ahead, Joe.
You know, Tom Brady has won championships with lesser receivers than what the Rams have right now. I mean, the guys he throws the ball to historically, I mean, he's had a few guys, but I mean, he's made, you know, some guys that were
and guys like that. And
yeah, so I'm not worried about that. I mean, it'd be not, they'd be better off with the, you know, with the other guys healthy. Like, to me, when I think about like the playoffs, you know, it's a whole different thing. And a guy like Tom Brady with there's a reason he's won all these championships with two teams now. There's a reason he's been so successful, and he's just been there before. Right. And so, like, I don't want to bet against. To me, even with injuries right now, they're the team to be in the playoffs, in my opinion. And I'm going to pull from another sport. Okay. You all remember when the Spurs were kind of in their heyday with Tim Duncan, even when they got to be a little long in the tooth, right? Every year, like during the regular season, it felt like there'd be another team that got more wins, and you got to the playoffs and they turn it on, and Ginobili and Parker and Duncan, they just went to work and they won a few championships, even when it felt like they were past their prime. To me, Tom Brady feels like
he in 2014. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. All right, okay. To me, Tom Brady seems like just that kind of quarterback who you get to the playoffs, he knows what to do and he does it. Not that he can't be beat, but man, he gets to work. He knows what he's doing. So the Rams can win, but I think the Bucs are favored in my view, or at least should be. And as good as the Rams are, and listen, my Cardinals saw how good they were this last week. Man, to me, the Bucs know and Brady knows what he's doing. So I think they're to me, they've got the advantage.
Now, I will say this though about the Bucs. That run defense is different. There'll be no Sony Michel this week, okay? There'll be no Cam Akers. Locked up, they won't let them out. No. They will not be. They'll be locked up in a cage somewhere. They're not coming out, okay? But
hey, I'm okay with that.
This is a Stafford game. This is. I think Matthew Stafford has so much more to prove. That's why I think the Rams will win this game too, because Matt Stafford has something to prove. He wants to show that he is a top flight quarterback. So everybody, but you know, he's in Detroit. He didn't win nothing. He had Megatron, didn't win nothing. But you know, he had Marvin Jones and Kenny Galladay, didn't win nothing with them either. He wants to shut people up. I think Stafford's tired of the noise. He's like, look, bro, I was in Detroit. What the heck you want me to do? It was Detroit. What do you want me to do? It was Detroit. You see what's going on in Detroit? It's Detroit. And he's like, you know, I'm tired of this, bro. I'm tired of this. You know what? I'm gonna go to Tampa. I'm gonna put this work in and send these boys home. And y'all gonna start talking trash about me. I'm Matthew bleeping Stafford, for crying out loud. Stop playing on me like this. And Brady like, look, bro, I won 7 rings. I could chill, bro. I think Brady at that point, like dog.
Okay, come on, but there's no chill in Brady. Brady's got no chill. Yeah, no, he doesn't have a chill.
He's a maniac when it comes to losing.
He was kind of chilling that first half versus the Eagles. I'm just he could have put him out a long time ago. He was kind of chilling that first half versus the Eagles. I'm just saying. I watched that game very, very closely versus Philly. It didn't feel like Brady was trying to just destroy. When Brady has somebody by the neck, he usually trying to, you know, cut off the jugular. He's trying to destroy somebody. He was chilling against the Eagles. I don't know what's going on with Brady. Brady was kind of taking a chill pill, looked a little off, then had to report the receivers with the new guys, things of that nature. I think the Bucs are a little more vulnerable than people think they are. I think the Bucs are slightly more vulnerable than other fan bases think they are. Slightly. And I think the Rams are ready to pounce. That pass rush is so good. They have no answer for Donald. They don't have Tristan Wirfs. They don't have an answer for Donald. Like, Jay Rams will take Mike Evans away, and I don't know. That Bucs defense will keep him in the game though, because that Bucs defense is definitely good. I gotta admit that, but we'll see.
Yeah, ultimately, like I actually think this is going to be a close game. But I really think that the Rams, it is going to be a bit of a pound for pound game. And I think clock management's really going to come into play, within this game for sure. But sup, Xbox fanatic. We got a cool chat tonight. We got Mark Jackson in there.
Yeah, what's up, Mark?
12, John 908.
What up? So, CG, what are your thoughts, man?
Well, I think for Brady, man, this guy has always been proven as a winner, and he's always obsessed of winning another championship. You can never take that away from Brady, man. No matter how old the guy is, he's obsessed. It's a disease that you can never take out. You can never rule out Brady, but at the end of the day, man, at some point, Father Time's going to catch up to you. And it hasn't yet, but it's going to be a matter of time. But when I look at the matchup between the Rams, they are physical. They're a well-tested team. Stafford, I see what Stafford can do, man. It's just his decision-making has been questionable, man. Like, when I look at Stafford's games, man, it's going to have to lead down to Stafford playing this game. I mean, you may say the Bucs run defense might say, you know what? Let's see what Stafford can do, man. Because you know what? The Bucs secondary, it's probably one of the most suspect secondary compared to my team. They give up some big chunk of plays out there. And it leaves more opportunities for guys like Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson, and OBJ. It opens up, man. That's the one thing that could give the Rams the advantage. And their defense should be able to match up physically good. So when I see this matchup, I think the Rams are going to pretty much just have a good game plan. They're going to be able to mix up a little in the running game, and then they're going to try to establish the passing game more, and it's going to be hurting for the secondary. If everybody kind of doesn't realize, man, the Bucs, they've been giving up some penalties on pass defense too, and they've been a little bit unpredictable when it comes down to it. But I feel like that could be the one downfall for Tampa Bay is their secondary. Because they got solid pass rush. Shaq Barrett's probably like their best one. Then Sue's like, he's not the same player, man. Then you got, what's his name? That one dude they just drafted, that one big guy, Vea. That dude's a beast. But who else they got, bro? I mean, they make the most out of it. They got Levante David, right?
Yeah.
They got Levante David and White at linebacker. They're solid, but they get beat in coverage. And this is where the Rams could actually have a good X factor. I could see a guy like Tyler Higbee break out, dude. That guy can torture that defense, bro. So if anybody thinks that it's going to be Cooper Kupp's matchup, I think it's going to come down to Tyler Higbee being the X factor. I see the Rams actually do winning this game, and I've been right on certain predictions. So I can't tell a lie. We'll see.
Hey, it's time for Odell to have another 100-yard game. I
love Odell.
It's Odell time.
Love it.
I'm biased. I like Odell. So
I love he's one of my favorite players now.
Odell, my boy. Odell. You may get on my nerve with the celebrations and all that. But Odell. Shout out to Odell. But we're going to talk. So I think, what are the chances for a Rams-Niners NFC Championship game? Anyone can start this one.
Honestly, I think it's in play for sure. At this point, I think any of these teams can beat any of these teams. I think, a Niners Rams, a Niners Bucks, or a Rams Packers. Like I really think, anything could happen, and that's why I just want the Saturday and Sunday to get here because I want to see this.
I have to agree.
Honestly, I predicted in my playoff predictions, not that I'm very good at predicting anything. I did predict a Niners-Rams NFC Championship game, and so I'm hoping I'm right.
Ooh, that's spicy.
Same here. I predicted on the roundtable also, so it was like the same way I thought of it. And, I feel like Green Bay is overhyped. They're the number 1 seed. They are beatable. Like, I've seen their matchup. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback of his generation, but, man, he's very beatable. Once you get the pressure, it's a lopsided difference, dude. Like, it just doesn't lie. But when you look at his regular season stats, you can call him as the greatest of all time, and he's got 1 Super Bowl. But that's the one thing that kind of keeps him out of the conversation from the other great quarterbacks. He didn't win another Super Bowl. and that sucks. But he's definitely beatable because the playoffs, they get bigger. He gets pressure, and I have confidence, bro. Like, most of these people don't get the difference, bro. I'm not even tripping about Green Bay, and everybody's trying to give me a reason to feel down about Green Bay. Like, why should I be worried about them, bro? Like, we've had their number. Like, if you had their number, should I worry? Should I worry?
In your favor, y'all have blown their doors off 100 times.
Just like I don't feel about the Rams. I'm not worried about y'all either. Just saying. You gotta have confidence.
No, I'm cool with that. I'm one of the Rams fans. I want to see the Niners because I'm sick of losing to them. They've beat us 6 straight, which credit to them. They did it. They did it good. But that's why I want to see them in the playoffs, because I would love to beat the Niners in the playoffs. I would love that as a Rams fan. And I'm sure CG, as a football fan, he could totally understand why I think that.
Well, it's frustrating, man. We've been beating you guys 6 times, but just coming in for a 3rd time, man, just beating you a 3rd time would be the sweetest part, bro. And then it shows that we can be the team to go represent the NFC and get that 6th Lombardi. That's all I look at. But this year, this is the underdog mentality, bro. If it wasn't for the Rams, if it wasn't for that Odell play, we wouldn't have got to the playoffs. Oh, Dallas, they got beat because of Dak's QB draw. QB draw? Seriously? Seriously, a QB draw is what ruined their season.
Man, screw Mike McCarthy. He's a moron. All right, so if for Xbox Fanatics question, it make it obvious if I want the Cowboys to lose. I'm a Washington fan, if you're wondering. I'm a Washington football team fan. But yeah, after Cowboys, they suck. But yeah, you completely agree. Cards would want if AJ would turn around. AJ got a problem with turning around for the ball, man. I don't know what's up with that, man. He weird, bro. Weird. I don't know what's up with him. He'll not turn around for the ball no more. I don't know if his back messed up. I don't know, but weird. Just weird. So I think a Niners-Rams NFC Championship game definitely is in the cards for sure. And I would love to see it. Honestly speaking.
Yeah, like the one thing that makes it interesting is this entire NFC conference. It doesn't compare to the NFC West. The NFC West is one of the toughest division in football. It's like it's a hard one to go. We're bullies. We're the bullies of the division of the conference. We are bullies.
It's no. I'm gonna give y'all credit. Y'all are the toughest division in football. I don't care. No one says you got 14 in the building. 14 down the building. But
we made Dallas look like Boy Scouts in that playoff game. So just saying,
they suck. Screw them. I hope they continue to keep going out and wild card weekend. Bum old Dak, bums, all bums. Hate them. I'll blow their stadium up. Hate them. Get on my nerves. Stupid cowgirls. Ugh.
Careful, the sun might get in your eyes there, Tony.
No, but we can all agree that the NFC West is one of the best division in football, so we can all agree on that part.
No. You're not giving enough credit. It's the best division. This is why I do NFC West roundtables in my division. I don't do any other divisions. Y'all are the best division in football. I try to do the AFC South. Colts fans don't want no smoke. I try to do all these other fans and all these other divisions.
We want the smoke. We got you, man.
Yeah. They don't want no smoke. They scared. They're some scary cats. Packer fans, I've got Aaron Rodgers. I don't want to be on the street with you. Okay, cool. Whatever. Screw you then. Bye. Vikings fans, we suck. Yeah, we know you suck. Boy, you suck. Lions fans, we start with them. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, I love NFC West fans because you guys always come stop by. You always show love. Appreciate y'all. And this is why I do NFC West roundtables, because you guys know y'all know the sport well. You guys know what's up. Y'all are the toughest division in football. I will give you guys y'all credit. The Rams have a really good team over there in LA. The Cardinals have a really good up-and-coming team with a really good young quarterback in Kyler Murray. I love Kyler. I'm a big Kyler guy. I like short people. I'm short, man. So I love short quarterbacks, and I love me some Kyler Murray. And also, hey, I love me some Trey Lance. I'm no Jimmy Garoppolo guy. Get that bump out of San Fran the moment you can. But I love Trey Lance, and I love the team they got over there. I'm a big Ayuk guy. I like the run game y'all do with the zone blocking run scheme. We did that same thing in Washington, 2012, Robert Griffin III, so I'm very familiar with it. And I love what they do in San Fran too. In Seattle, I love Russell Wilson. I'm a big Russell Wilson guy too. So I love y'all division. Y'all division is fun to watch. Y'all division is fun to watch.
Yeah, we're bullies. That's what we are. We're a bunch of bullies.
Old school run game football. I love it. I love when the Cardinals get a little innovative. So I'm going to air raid y'all. We're going to light y'all secondary up. Kyler, light him up. Okay, got you. Go ahead, light him up for 352 tubs. God dang, Kyler. Where'd that come from? Sheesh. So you do it every week. So y'all division is so fun to watch, man. I love it. I just love it. I love watching the NFC West play each other. It's just so fun.
It's been a fun
I hope it happens. I want to see a conference championship game with the NFC West taking the lead over it. Hey, it's our conference. It belongs to us. And me being an NFC East fan, get on my nerves a little bit, but I'll give y'all credit because y'all different. Y'all different over there. I don't want to smoke with y'all. Our Washington football team can go to LA and win. Donaldson can go to Arizona and win. They ain't done that in God knows when. It wasn't that far away, but it was far enough, okay? It was with Alex Smith. Okay? That's how long it was. I don't want no smoke with them Niners. If it's Trey Lance at quarterback, I'm good. Y'all different over there. So, yeah, just to say, you guys are the funnest division to watch, man. I love it. Love it for sure. Definitely enjoy you guys. Enjoy your individual teams and the division as a whole. You guys are so fun to watch, for sure. So, we have one team in the offseason. We have two in the postseason. But it's never too early to ask an offseason question. I have to ask this question because I got some key free agents. All three of your teams got some key free agents out there. They're about to hit the streets. And I like my Washington football team to sign some of them. I'm just saying. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. What are three pending free agents that you guys are looking forward to keeping this offseason? I will start with Joe because Joe has not talked in a while. I'll go to Payo, and then we will go to CG. And, yeah.
Man, so this is tough because the Cardinals have a lot of guys who are free agents. To me, the guy that I want them to sign to me, the most important one is James Conner. And let me just give you a little background. I am pretty firmly in the camp of people who believe you don't draft running backs early and you don't pay them big money. Because just from a roster building perspective, you can get good running backs. I mean, look at what San Francisco with Eli Mitchell, a 6th round pick, I think, who's done really well. So when I say I want, James Conner back, it's coming from someone who doesn't believe in investing heavily in the running back. But what he's done and what he brings is that big, powerful back who can score touchdowns, but also is good receiving. I really want him back. Another key free agent that I think it depends on the money is Christian Kirk. He's last year of his rookie deal.
You read my mind.
Yeah, he is. Listen, he struggled when he's had to be the number one receiver. He's not a number one receiver, but if he is your number 3 as a slot receiver, he's really, really good in that role. So if they can get him back without overpaying for him, I'd like to see Kirk back. And then the third one, again, also depends on money, but Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz has been really good in this offense. He's such a great tight end. He's a veteran, but he might. It depends on what he expects, right? Because they are going to have cap issues, but they can bring him back for a reasonable price. I think he's another important one to bring back.
I completely agree with all three of them. I would definitely want all three of them on my team. But if I would have picked one of those guys, I definitely want Ertz. I like Christian Kirk a lot. I really think he's a nice number 2 receiver. I think he's a nice compliment to D-Hop. So, but for me, like, we already have a number 2 receiver who actually stayed healthy in Curtis Samuel. So I'm good on that. But Zach Ertz, I love him on my team because Zach Ertz is a dog. I've seen it here in Philadelphia for a million years, I feel like. So, yeah, do whatever you can to retain all three of them, but especially Zach Ertz. He different. Right? Yeah. When he's on his A game, he's one of the best tight ends in football. When he's actually on his A game, he definitely a top 10 tight end in the game. So definitely would say that. How about you, Payo? You got a bunch of free agents over there. So.
Yeah, I had to quickly look at our over with the cap report, 'cause we have a lot going on. But the one thing that's really important to note about the Rams is we have a massive amount of money coming off of like the dead cap hit. Like the Goff dead cap hit is gone finally. Brandon Cooks is finally paid. Todd Gurley's finally paid. And so
That's true.
Thankfully we'll get some space back there, but we gotta. It's definitely gonna be a contract negotiation for Stafford. And so whenever you have to negotiate with your quarterback, you get kind of nervous. But I would say in terms of free agents, I'm really curious what happens with Odell. He is a free agent after this season, so I would love it if we could bring him back.
Odell.
Yeah, I'd love to keep Odell. And then Von Miller is technically going to be. So I would love that. And then probably someone that I'm nervous. I feel like we're gonna lose him, but whoever gets him, this man's gonna get paid. Is Joseph Noteboom? He's a backup rotational lineman for us. He mostly plays right or left tackle, but he's really good, and he'd be a starter on most other teams. So whenever he's played with the Rams, he's done really well.
Yeah, I've heard that name before.
Like whenever Andrew Whitworth misses time, it's Joseph Noteboom who comes in. He's played really well. So I feel like he is going to be a cap casualty possibly.
I can agree with all of those. I definitely agree with all of those. I think, especially the last one, I think he's probably one of the best swing tackles in the game. I would say between him and like Cornelius Lucas for our Washington football team, they're definitely some of the best swing tackles in the game. They come off the bench. You don't lose a beat. It's just solid. CG, your turn, bro. I know you got to run, so go ahead, bro.
Yeah. All right. Looking at the guys in free agency that's going to be a free agent, Arden Key. He's kind of been the most surprising signing in the offseason, and no offense to D Ford, he's just not cutting it for us, but I feel like with Arden Key, he's gotten better throughout the second half of the season, and I think getting him to come back for us this coming off season will be a priority because he's kind of actually been the difference maker when it comes to the pressure, so I would definitely consider him as a priority. And then you got DJ Jones. The dude's the most underrated defensive tackle for us. Like, he steps up, does a lot of the dirty work. He doesn't get talked about as much. Like, that's the one guy I do enjoy the most. And then speaking of the other way around, I mean, it's mostly a lot of the defensive side of the ball. But I'm definitely going to say Al-Shair's another guy. But then again, they might just move on because they like what they got out of Dre Greenlaw. So I'll go on the offensive side of the ball. The one priority in free agency that I see as most likely want to bring back, he doesn't get talked about as much, is Lincoln Tomlinson. This guy, he's kind of been the most durability. He's been available. He's been consistent. He's been the one guy that everybody talks about the most. And he's going to be a free agent. So that guy, he's probably like the least talk about guard in the league. But he definitely deserves recognition because Trent Williams praises about him. Everybody talks good about him, and he does his job right. So that's the one guy I probably wouldn't want to lose.
I can definitely agree with all of those. Definitely agree with those. Yeah, definitely I agree with all of those, especially Lakin Thomas. I like him a lot as well, for sure. And about Chandler Jones, I completely agree with Joe said in the comment section. The dude's a great pass rusher, but he is definitely an aging player. He's going to take a huge cap hit. He's going to cost too much, and he's a little bit out the price range for the Arizona Cardinals. So I do think he's going to walk, and he's going to get paid somewhere. I don't think he's going to get the money he's looking for. He's aging. He's not as good as he used to be. I don't think he'll get the money he's looking for. He's going to probably walk. So, yeah, I think you guys can go draft the pass rusher and be fine. I truly think this is a great pass rusher class. This ain't a good quarterback class. Thank God. Oh, y'all got quarterbacks. I don't have one. But, this ain't a good quarterback class. But it's definitely a good pass rushing class. So, you guys can go ahead and get a pass rusher in the draft and replace a guy like Chandler Jones. You could try. I would try Isaiah Simmons. You know, he's rushing pass.
Well, we got Marcus Golden. Dude, Marcus Golden had more sacks than Chandler Jones this year, I think. He had double-digit sacks, right?
Yeah, he had 11 and a half, I think, right?
Yeah, dude, I love Marcus Golden. So, like, listen, Chandler Jones is a better pass rusher in terms of skill, but, like, you got Marcus Golden. You bring in a rookie or even sign a kind of a mid-tier free agent who's going to be a lot cheaper, and you dial up the pass rush we have a defensive coordinator in Vance Joseph, unless he gets the Miami job that he's interviewing with, who's shown an ability to manufacture pass rush. I just think you spend that money somewhere else.
Did that in Denver too, so
yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate going on, bro. I got to get going right now, but good stuff,
man.
Bro.
See you, CG.
Stuff, man. CG.
All right, man. See you guys.
I go subscribe to CG fan already, but yeah. So I guess we can give our closing thoughts real quick. I know it's like 12 in the morning. I know people gotta go get to sleep. I know Don, I gotta get to sleep. Sure, work in the morning. But yeah. So one last thing. What are some things you guys are looking for your team to do going forward? Like whether offensively, defensively, special teams, or even coaching, even front office. What's one thing that you know your team has to improve on going forward? In any of those spots? You guys start with Payo and Joe.
Yeah,
wrap it up.
I think Stafford needs to definitely improve in his year 2 with this within McVay's offense. I also think the Rams, we do have a chance of keeping a lot of this team together for next season as well. And so we're still a pretty young team, even though we have veteran talent leading us. I'm really looking forward to seeing some of those young players develop. And the Rams are pretty good at developing players. So I'm hoping that we can see, some of these young guys who have played well, this year continue to develop and kind of get to that next level in their game. I'm looking forward to next season, if that's what you're asking. But I'm so excited for what's going on right now.
Your turn, Joe.
There's a lot of things the Cardinals need to do. Cliff needs to improve as a play caller. They need to figure out what's going on with the late season stretch, slides. But I think if I had to pick one thing that is like the biggest thing that would solve the most problems, they need to work on their depth. Because this late season collapse, a big part of it was when that cornerback room fell apart, right, from injuries. The general manager, Steve Keim, has not done a great job drafting over the last 5 to 7 years. He's had he's had some good picks, but overall, across the board, he's not performed particularly well. He's great in trades, got us DeAndre Hopkins, but the depth is lacking, and that's, I think, a large part kind of a residual effect of that poor drafting, right? So the depth needs to be improved. They've got top-line talent that can run with anyone, but when they get injured, we see what happened against the Rams Monday night.
You definitely got
Joe,
definitely brought them out.
I have a question for Joe here. Is it true that the Cardinals don't have an official offensive coordinator?
So they don't have an offensive coordinator as such, and a lot of Cardinals fans are saying that's what they like them to do. Now, here's what you do need to keep in mind. They brought in Cliff to be the offensive coach, play caller.
Yeah.
So
that was his MO. Yeah.
Right. So that's what they brought him in, in to do. So, like a lot of folks, though, like in my streams, fans are saying we need an OC, and like you're not going to bring in another coach who's going to bring in a new offense and and likely even call the plays. So what I've been saying is maybe this is just a matter of semantics, what you call it. I do think he could use what I would call an offensive quality control coach to come in and help him with clock management, with play sequencing. Like Cliff does a good job dialing up plays, but I think where he's probably struggled is which plays he's calling at what points in the game. Yeah. So if he had a coach that helped him maybe in terms of getting better, or maybe even doing a better job of picking which plays and the sequencing, I think that could really help out. But what I don't think they should do with Cliff is bringing in a offensive coordinator who's going to bring in, who's the traditional, OC, who's bringing in an offense and calling all the plays.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. You don't want to do that.
There's teams that have that where like their head coach is the play caller. Like I know the Rams are like that, but then we also have an offensive coordinator who is that quality control coach, but also a coach who's willing to tell the head coach, hey, like we shouldn't do this. Challenge them that way, right?
Yeah, Cliff needs that. I think Cliff needs that voice in his ear. Now, what we call that position, who knows? But
we're gonna call it the chill Cliff button. Chill Cliff, chill. But I completely agree with those things. Honestly, for both of your teams, I would say for all four teams, actually, I'll speak for all four. I think the Cardinals, I completely agree. Unlike you guys are the opposite of Washington. Like you guys have top line talent who are straight ballers, but once these guys get hurt, it's a tremendous drop off. Like it's absolutely ridiculous how much of a drop off it is. As for Washington, we got a bunch of solid, okay players, and once somebody gets hurt, okay, we have another solid, okay player to throw him in there. He'll be okay. Right. The next guy, now the next guy's trash. Okay, he's don't play him no more. But the guy before him, he's cool. Like it's like one of those rosters. Like you got a whole bunch of C-, C+ players. You guys got a bunch of A players. Oh my gosh, that guy got some dogs over there. I love y'all roster. The top line of the roster, but it's like after that, it's like, bro. Mm-hmm. You went from this to this? Oh, right. God. Come on, what is going on? But definitely the depth is the problem in Arizona. I completely agree with that. And that is drafting. That is those 4th to 7th round picks that you hit for a depth piece. Like, okay, I need an extra slot corner. Let me get this guy in the 5th round. Okay, that's quality depth. Let me go and get, hey, I can use some wide receiver depth and go get this guy. I don't think you guys need wide receiver depth. That's one of the deepest wide receiver cores in the game. But you get my point. This is an example. Or, hey, I need another tight end. I'm going to tight end in the draft in the 6th round. Okay, or this dude's a solid tight end. He can block, catch a little bit, catch 15, 20 passes a year. Cool. I can rock with that. He's a 6th round pick. I don't expect no more over that. But you don't get those guys. I don't have glue guys. That's the word I'm looking for. Glue guys. Guys that play good on specials. Guys that can contribute a little bit offensively or defensively, but not contribute a lot, but contribute enough to where their draft pick is warranted. These guys, when you guys get hurt, it's just like, these dudes no, they're just not quality football players. So I think definitely the depth is the thing. I think for Payo, I think the Rams retaining the talent that you have. That's my thing. I completely agree with you as well. You got to retain Odell. You got to get Robert Woods back. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine that. Y'all get Odell back and then Robert Woods is back in the fold.
I can imagine it.
That's scary. That's too much. Okay? That's a little too scary. But you get my point there. Also, I think, and you know, Sean McVay could continue to evolutionize his coaching a little bit more too. Like, hey, look, he got away from the 11 personnel when he first did with Todd Gurley and things like that. He took a step of evolution. I want to see him take that next step. Mm-hmm. I love Sean. Sean's a former Washington coach. I love Sean. So,
yeah, how much does it hurt that you had Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, and Zach Taylor all on the same coaching staff?
Matt LaFleur, yeah.
Matt LaFleur, sorry, yeah.
It doesn't hurt that Kyle Shanahan left. Him and his dad had to go at that point.
That's fair.
Coming off one of the worst seasons in Washington football history, or I'll say Redskins at the time. Redskins history was absolutely awful. We was getting our doors blown off every week, so they had to go. It was a necessary evil. Now, I did not know Matt LaFleur was this good of an offensive mind, so I could live with that. I can't live with y'all taking Sean McVay from me. I can't live with this. I can't live with it. You hurt my feelings.
Hey, we gave him a shot no one else would. I'm glad we did. Yeah.
The other two, okay, fine. It happens. That one stunk. I was like, I knew how good he was. I said, "Oh, come on, don't take him from me." No, he masking Jay Gruden. Jay Gruden sucks. No, don't take him away. No. And then you hired him. I said, there goes our best antidote to our problems. Yeah, here we go. This sucks. So yeah, that one hurt. I ain't gonna lie to you. But as for the Seahawks, I'm talking the Seahawks real quick. I think their number one problem definitely is just like trenches are a problem. Outside of Pugh Ford defensively, and outside of Dwayne Brown on the offensive line, just looks shaky at best, and they need to fix the trenches. That's been their problem for years, and they cannot fix it. And also, the 85 Pete Carroll. I'm going to get that out the way. He needs to go. He's an old fart. Get him out of here. 7 years old. Get him out of here. He needs to go. They need a young, hotshot coach. I think they need a new voice. Pete's voice is getting old and tiring. And that's why they went freaking, 5-12 or something? They were bad this year. So, yeah, get him out of there. And I think, finally, the Niners, just keep it status quo, I think. I think they're just a solid football team. It can definitely improve their secondary. That's the one thing I say. Their secondary is definitely mediocre at best. Jimmy Ward's cool. Some of these other guys are cool. they need a shutdown corner. I think that's the one thing they should try to go ahead and look for in the draft. It's a legit cornerback one, a shutdown corner. So those are things I think you guys can improve on for your division. I wish all you guys the best of luck in 2022. I wish you guys the best of luck Sunday, Payo.
Thank you.
Go beat the GOAT. Go send him home. I'm tired.
That's the hope.
Send him into retirement for crying out loud. I don't know. Figure it out. But this is definitely fun. I hope you guys can.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
I'm gonna take a couple. We're gonna take a couple comments though, because I do want to respect the comment section. I love all you guys.
Shout out Lopez Adventures.
So yeah, shout out to Lopez Adventures for stopping by. If you're new to the Protest Sports Network, hit the subscribe button. I am 6 subscribers away from 2,000. I would appreciate if you did that.
Ooh, close.
So I would so close. I'm like, bro, just hurry up. Just get there. Darn it, just get there. Viewers Jordan Pugh. Will he be playing? Who does he block?
Well, who he blocks lately is maybe no one, but I answered. I mean, not Aaron Donald, that's for sure.
Yeah,
he doesn't block him. Yeah, he doesn't block him. Fire John Keim, hire Adrian Wilson for GM. Ooh. I love Adrian Wilson who's in the league.
Oh yeah, dude, love Adrian Wilson.
Oh my gosh, he was different. Favorite draft house? I do want to take this question. So, you mentioned in general, I guess some of my favorite draft pops are definitely Thibodeau, definitely Hutchinson, Derek Stingley out of LSU, and I would say Jameson Williams. Evo's come off the ACL tear. I think once he gets healthy, he's going to be a difference maker receiver. I think that kid's going to be a straight monster. The speed is ridiculous. The catch rate is ridiculous for his size. The boy's different. He's crazy. He's crazy good. I didn't know he was that good until, Devontae Smith and everyone else went to the NFL. I said, who is this guy? God dang, who is this dude? He's different. So, yeah, Jameson Williams to me, and I would say Chris Olave too. I would say those are my favorite draft prospects. And my Washington team looking for a quarterback, I would say Desmond Ridder is my favorite quarterback come out the draft this year. So those are my favorite draft prospects. And you guys ain't got any draft prospects you guys like a lot?
I'm not gonna lie, I have not started my draft research yet, and the Rams are literally the hardest team to do a mock draft for because they don't have a first round pick. And like literally, draft day for Rams fans is literally look like after we draft someone, Googling him and being like, "Who is this?" And you hope that it was a diamond in the rough.
I mean, I think Jordan Fuller was a nice pick for you guys.
Yeah, no, and the Rams have drafted pretty well in late rounds. It's worked for them, yeah.
Okay, so we'll take this last question. I will definitely want Joe to answer.
12.
Let me real quick. The draft pick, I put it in the chat, but like now I'm just starting to get into draft stuff. But I mentioned Travis Jones as like a guy on day 2, like because the Cardinals need interior defensive line, and he's a guy who they could maybe get round 2, maybe 3. Who could be a good interior defensive line. So that's kind of a guy I've got my eyes on. What do I think of offensive guard Josh Jones? So they drafted him, in the 3rd round a couple years ago, and he was supposed to be like he was a guy who had first. Some people thought he'd be a late 1st round pick, but he just slipped to the 3rd round out of Houston, and he was really good at pass protection, in college, and he was a tackle. And they drafted him, and this year they had him start playing at guard because they needed help there, and he played a bit. He struggled though, like he really struggled at guard. I think so. Like first of all, with tackles, sometimes it takes them some time to develop, right? Some of them come out playing well, but it's a tough position. So like they moved him to guard when he played tackle in college, and he struggled at guard. I think he should be playing tackle, not guard. Do I think he's ready to play tackle? Not from what I saw, he wasn't great. So I don't know if he's ready, but I still think he's better served at tackle. So I think the ideal thing with him is get him at tackle, have him be your swing tackle, your backup tackle, and maybe he might develop into a starting tackle for you. He doesn't look ready yet. maybe he can take a leap next year. But like he was so good in college. Like he was like PFF had him as their like number 1 rated pass blocker in college the year he came out. So there's something there, right?
Definitely something there for sure.
Yeah. So that's my take on Jones.
I completely agree with that. I was a big Josh Jones guy coming out of you said Houston, right? Yeah, I think that was the 2018 draft. 2018 and 2019.
It was 2 drafts ago. It wasn't this draft. It was the one before, I think.
Okay.
He's been. This is his second year, I think.
Okay, might have been 2020. That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I was definitely high on him for a while, and I definitely liked him a lot coming out of Houston. I thought he'd be a late first round, early second round. He fell in the third round. I was completely shocked, and that to see him kind of struggling now, I'm slightly disappointed. But I think he could definitely develop into something. He just needs that switch to really help him get to the speed of the game, knowing how to his pass blocking plans better, how to handle certain rushes, how to handle speed rush, how to handle bull rush, how to handle speed of power. Those things don't really get taught in college because most of these guys just bull rush in college or they speed rush. They don't really go speed to power. They don't do spin moves. They don't do anything like in college. Look at Chase Young. Dude was like just had one move in college and got 17.5 sacks. So that's what he was handling in college. Guys that had one move and that was it. Now at the NFL level, it's like they have 100 moves. It's like, I don't know how to handle all this. It's a lot to handle at one time. So I think it's a learning curve for him still. But I think he'll be fine. I honestly think he might not be no more than a swing tackle at this level. But I think he could be a darn good one. And that should be all good, in my opinion. I think it'd be a miracle for Sauce Gardner. That'd definitely be a miracle. That's definitely a miracle. Definitely a miracle. Merle, what to do? Thank you for stopping by. But I think that's going to do it for us, guys. I think anything you guys want to say before we get out of here, or
no? Thanks for having us on, and I hope the Rams can pull out the dub.
I hope so too. Get Brady in retirement. Get a retirement party.
It was fun hanging out with you. I always enjoy doing stuff with Zach. Good dude there. So, Tony, appreciate good meeting you and appreciate you having me on here.
Too, man,
likewise,
for sure.
Yeah.
Keep in touch, Joe, for sure. And shout out to Mark. Hey. So if you're not subscribed to these two gentlemen at CG Ruthless Sports, please do so. CG is on around the corner to 3K. That's like around the corner from him. I see Payo growing. I see Payo got a sponsorship. Congratulations, Payo.
Oh, it was just an affiliate. It's not a sponsorship.
Affiliation. Congrats.
Cool. I just like that I can offer people $20 off of their tickets.
Hey, congrats to that anyway. I don't have none of that yet. So congrats to you. And then, hey, Joe, man, it's good to see your channel grow. I love the content, what you're doing over there. I'm glad you stopped by. Thank you for stopping by. This is definitely dope. I hope we could definitely do this again. Sometime around training camp, we know what's going on with our teams and the draft this past, and we know what's up with our rosters, and hopefully Odell go back to the Rams. I want to see Odell in that rant. I love this Odell. The Browns Odell was a little scaring me. I don't know.
He looks good in the Rams horns.
Yeah, he does. I give him credit for that. But yeah, you guys enjoy your rest of your evening. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys are new. Subscribe to these guys. Go to my community tab. They are tagged in the community tab. Just click their channel, hit the subscribe button. I will put their channel links in the description, but I am tired as heck, so I might do that in the morning. Once the video has been published, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 1,000% honest with you guys. I'm tired as heck. I gotta get 5.5 hours. So look, I will definitely put their links in the description in the morning when the video actually publishes. But you can always right now, if you want to go ahead and subscribe to them now, click the good old community tab, check the post I've made, click their channels, and smash the subscribe button. Okay, get these guys to their next goal. I would very appreciate it. And hey, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button.
I think you froze for a second.
I think it's a good
freeze.
freeze.
You guys have a great. You guys have a wonderful